All right, good win for us. Glad to get that game behind us and finish up this little homestand before we get on the road. I hadn't seen the stat sheet yet, so but proud of our guys. Obviously, it was the ugly game at times, a physical game at times. Was really proud of the way we closed the half and then the way we opened up the second half. And so, obviously, some things we got to get better at from an offensive standpoint, and then obviously from a defensive standpoint as well. But it's early. We got to continue to grow, and we knew that. And we got a great test ahead of us next week with Michigan, and then a host of other really good teams down there in the Bahamas. But Michigan's first, but it's really about us right now. You know, just trying to figure out who we are and how we can get better.
Questions for players first, please.
Tyrese, what in whatever it is, 3 games, 4 games, what have you learned about this team so far?
I mean, I think we're at our best when we're moving the basketball, when the ball's moving, not sticking, and I think we're capable defensively. There's been stretches where we look really good defensively, and it looks really good, but then we have stretches where it looks pretty rough. So consistency, we're not there where we need to be right now, but that's what we're kind of talking about is just the race to maturity. I know we've talked about that a little bit, but that's every team's going through the struggle right now of staying consistent and early season struggles and things like that. So it's just a race to maturity. When we get there and hit our stride, I think it can be really good.
Tyrese, it seemed like good things happened when you were able to get in near the rim, usually for kickouts. What can you just describe how that kind of opens things up for the offense when you can kind of get that penetration and kick?
Yeah,
or finish yourself?
Yeah, teams collapse when I get to the rim, and that leaves people open, and I try to find them the best I can. And sometimes teams might fan out and not take me when I go to the rim, so then that opens things up for me as well. And I got to the free throw line today, probably more than I have all year. So just staying consistent with that, and good things happen when I get to the rim.
Tyrese, what do you think has been the cause of the three-point struggle so far?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think they're bad looks. At least last game, I didn't think we had a lot of bad looks. We just shot the ball, rough. To be honest with you, I didn't even feel that we shot that bad today. But looking at this, obviously we shoot too well. So I got to go and watch film and, see what were the bad ones and things like that. But for the most part, I think we're getting good looks. They're just not falling. But we spend a lot of time in the gym and got a lot of faith in each other. So eventually they'll fall.
Prentice, what are your same question to you? What's going on with the 3-point shooting? Do you think?
I don't think we're a bad shooting team. I just think we're missing good looks, open shots, and that just comes with repetition. It's in the gym. It's game 4, game 4. They'll fall. I don't think we're too much worried about the offensive end of things. Just focus on the defensive end.
Prentice, I don't know if you guys want to take credit for them not making a single three-point shot, but did you feel like you took a step in the right direction with three-point defense? You guys had mentioned that last week or whenever we talked to you about wanting to improve in that area?
Yeah, I think, game by game we want to get better and better. I don't know if we can take all the credit for them not making a single three-pointer, but I think we made steps in the right direction to run people out three-point line and stay in gaps when people drive. So I think, this team has a lot of room to grow. And I think, down the line we'll be, right where we want to be on the defense side of things.
Tyrese, you and George were kind of had it freewheeling there for a while. You're driving the lane and just flipping up passes, and he was dunking. And what's it like when you two have that sync going like that?
Obviously it helps the team. We came in here together, so have a pretty good relationship. And he's got to be our energy guy off the bench. That's his role. He knows that when he's our energy guy and he's playing hard, it really opens things up for us. So I try to get him going early, and that helps.
Anything further for the student athlete? Okay. Thanks.
All right, guys, good job.
Questions for Coach Fromm?
What did you see from Tyrese tonight in terms of playmaking for other guys and creating?
Yeah, he's our best playmaker. He's 4 games in. It's a small sample size, but he's almost 9 to 1 assist to turnover, maybe 10, I think. So he needs to get downhill. He needs to cause rotation because he can find the right guys. And he found the one time in the second half he found Prentice for that 3. And the game was kind of out of was kind of decided at that point, but still, that's the kind of plays he needs to make. And I thought he closed the half with the ball in his hands. Him and George connected. He got the, kind of middle ball screen for him. He made a couple good plays off that. So, he's got to be our playmaker, but he also needs to be aggressive, and, we need him making shots for us too.
Is your guys' best offense right now, maybe it'll change, with him going to the rim and then being the decision maker with his
Yeah,
basketball IQ?
and we may need to put some more stuff in, of trying to get him going downhill from the middle of the floor, or, from the side, whatever it may be. But I thought he was good in the middle of the floor today, and we've added some stuff, but we haven't repped it enough yet, and so hopefully over the next couple of days we can rep it. And but we need him, we need Ra, we need all those guys, to be playmakers, because Tyrese is probably our number one playmaker, and then Ra would be, number two, and then kind of down the line from there.
What can you guys do if you guys get in a situation where the shooting kind of continues like this, and they start to really pack it into the lane to try and limit Tyrese being able to get in the middle and play make that? What can you guys do to kind of counteract that then?
Well, I think we're trying to make a conscious effort to throw it inside more, than we probably have in the last couple of years. And Solomon's done a really good job, with that, of, scoring around the rim, being physical. So we need to do that. But also, too, man, these guys, they touched on it. They spend a lot of time in the gym. Now look at we probably, almost teams combined for about 5 for 40 from three, which is terrible. But I need to go look at the 22 shots and just see. And if 15 or 18 of them are good, then we just need to continue to shoot them and work at it, and eventually we'll have a big night, and hopefully it's in the Bahamas. When we went 3 for 25 the other day, I probably would have only said maybe 5 don't shoot, and so we would have been about 2 for 20. I worked Rossier out the other day, yesterday, for 20 minutes. I saw him down there shooting, so I went down there, spent some time with him, and, man, he wore it out. This is off action shots, not just catch and shoot. And so Prentice does the same thing. Tyrese does the same thing. Trey, Caleb, all those guys I think are mid-30 or better three-point shooters. Some tonight I thought were worse than the other night, though. I thought we forced a couple tonight, and then some you got to make, to really extend leads. But it'll get better. Again, it's a small sample size right now, so the percentages are really going to be inflated one way or the other.
Southern Mississippi only had 2 free throw attempts in the game. Do you think defensive discipline is a strength for your team right now?
I don't know. When we came up here, I think it's been the same thing since I've been here, and it kind of inherited it. We're a low assist team, a low turnover team. We're a high assist team, and we don't foul, but we don't get the free throw line. That's kind of been Iowa State since I've been here, and what I took over too. The numbers are pretty much the same, and so hopefully some of it's discipline. But we need to be a little bit more aggressive. Why they only got 2 free throws, I don't know. We'll have games we don't shoot enough. Tonight we shot 30. That's a huge night for us. But most of the time, when you look at the numbers over the course of the year, the past years, we've been a low free throw shooting team. And so, but we've always been a low foul team. I think the year before I got here, they were a low foul team, and it's kind of stayed suit.
Anything else?
Thanks.